Hello everyone. Let us move on to the next question here in oral pathology. Which of the following does not fit into Vickers-Garlin criteria? Okay, which of the following fits into the Vickers-Garlin criteria? So what is first? This first of all, this is not a pattern that is usually seen in these pattern of MCQ exams. There is a NEET or AIMS here. So but this concept is important. That is why I have framed the MCQ, the question in this format. The questions options are reciprocal induction, reversal polarity of the nuclei, subnucleolar vacuolization, nuclear hyperchromatism, increased nuclear cytoplasmic ratio, nuclear palisading. There are 6 things here. Out of these 6 things, there is 4 options here, which is given as a probability. That means any of these, which are this, like for example, option A says that all of these are seen in case of Vickers-Garlin criteria. Option B says only 1, 3 and 6 are seen. Option C says 2, 3, 4, 6 are seen. Option D says 3, 4, 5, 6 are seen. First of all, let us understand what is Vickers-Garlin criteria. So this is an image, histopathological image. So this is typically seen in case of ameloblastomas. Vickers-Garlin criteria is a feature of ameloblastomatous transformation. That means suppose a dentigerous cyst is there. One of the complications of a dentigerous cyst is that it can convert into ameloblastoma. So how to say that this is ameloblastomatous transformation that has occurred in a dentigerous cyst is histologically you should see these criteria, Vickers-Garlin criteria. Earlier it was a dentigerous cyst. In dentigerous cyst you will not see Vickers-Garlin criteria. If ameloblastoma will develop in this dentigerous cyst, then you will see the Vickers-Garlin criteria. What Vickers-Garlin criteria says is the nucleus should be hyperchromatic. That means there should be a darker nucleus. Nuclear should show palisading. That means they should be palisading means what? What do you mean by palisading? Is nuclei, if they are present in the same level, that is called as palisading. So it's a palisading nucleus and it is showing reversal of polarity. Okay, let me zoom this part and show. If you see this is a basement membrane. Okay, and this is the towards the lumen. Now here if you can see, this nucleus is not seen towards the basement membrane. It has shifted away from the basement membrane. So the nuclear polarity has changed. It has shifted in the nuclear polarity. Now the nucleus is towards the lumen, not towards the basement membrane. So this is shift is a very important one. This is called as a reverse polarization. So reverse polarization is a very important feature of the Vickers-Garlin criteria. Now last Vickers-Garlin criteria says that cytoplasmic vacuolization. See here basically again let me zoom here and show that if you see this image now in this area where the pointer is there, you are able to see some vacuoles there. That was a location of initially the nucleus. After the nucleus has shifted towards the lumen away from the basement membrane, in that region there will be a vacuole formation. This is called as subnuclear vacuolization. So all these are the Vickers-Garlin criteria that we should know here. So coming back to the question here. So can you see which of the following will fit? Can you see reciprocal induction? No. Can you see reverse polarity of nuclei? Yes, we are able to see in Vickers-Garlin criteria. Can we see subnuclear vacuolization? Yes, we can see. Can we see nuclear hyperchromatism? Yes, we can see. Can we see nuclear palisading in Vickers-Garlin criteria? Yes, the nucleus are all at the same level. So 2, 3, 4 and 6. So option C is the correct here, which will show all these, which will describe what is Vickers-Garlin criteria. Okay, this is a very favorite question, very important MCQ in the exams. Usually what is Vickers-Garlin criteria? And a dentigerous cyst which is transforming, or any other cyst which is transforming into ameloblastoma should satisfy this Vickers-Garlin criteria. Then only we can say that ameloblastoma has occurred secondarily in a pre-existing odontogenic cyst. That is about the Vickers-Garlin criteria. Thank you.